Hey guys,
Welcome to
telepathy. This ends now. Welcome back to Telepathy, our weekly podcast with new episodes every Tuesday, even though season one is ending soon.
This is episode 33, and we're going to be singing the entire episode.
Yep, that's the episode. Just
Just
kidding.
kidding.
You don't have to click off just yet.
Yeah, stay.
No, please.
Sit.
Like, that was so forceful. You're like, stay. But yeah, episode 33, it is an angel number.
Yes.
33.
What does it mean?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
imagine when our episodes get into like the hundreds and we've got 111, 222, etc.
Oh yeah, and by the way, when I said that season one is ending soon, don't worry, we got renewed for season two, so
Yeah, luckily our producers said that we are back for season 2. Us just like literally joking about everything.
I
Like
keep forgetting that people like might take us seriously. Like obviously we're indie podcasters. So obviously we don't have a management team
producers. We are the man. We are
of
the
the
managers.
management. Oh, okay. Well, okay, there's been a lot of
Anti-telepathy
singing.
moment.
True. This isn't the most chaotic start, but I hope you're all still here.
Yeah.
So basically, today we're talking about seasonal depression, which is a horrible segue from our singing.
I know we're being all like jokey and silly, and then
And
we're
then we're
like,
like,
today we're
seasonal
talking about
depression.
seasonal depression.
It is definitely a very real thing that a lot of us experience during the colder seasons. Or, I
And
mean,
if
honestly,
you don't experience it, join the club. Please be our guest.
yeah. But maybe you just don't have cold weather where you are, or maybe it's cold year round, and so you're like, yeah,
Always
I know the
depressed.
feeling. True, true. Just kidding. But by the way, we're just talking about seasonal depression as like the general feeling that people have been referring to it as, not like seasonal affective disorder, because we are not psychiatrists. Once again, we are indie podcasters. So we're just talking about the general like concept and feeling of it.
As indie podcasters, we do not have the ability to diagnose you with anything.
True. So we're only licensed to talk about it, and we can't
Yeah.
diagnose you or even get into the medical part of it, because guess what? We don't know anything about that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um
Anna is a graphic design major.
okay, anyways, before we get into all of the depressing stuff, let's do our music and song.
What about the camp question?
Oh, the camp question. Um which
Yeah,
whose turn is it to come up?
it's
I think it's
mine.
yours.
I
Yeah.
have one.
Okay, good.
So our camp question for
Telepathy
today,
traditions for the
true,
holiday season.
so we're doing our icebreakers, and okay, name, age, and then your favorite season.
Mm. My
Did we do
name?
this?
I don't think so.
We need to start keeping track of this, because I don't know if I'm getting weird deja vu
No,
or
I got weird deja vu all of a sudden too. I don't
I don't think.
I don't know, it might not have been a camp question, but it was definitely something that we talked about.
True. So we're talking about it again.
Okay, yeah. We can always do repeats. It's
Exactly. Like sometimes we need a little refresh, you
yeah.
know?
My name is Anna. My age is 21, and my favorite season is fall, but I don't say that with a lot of like
Confidence.
confidence for some reason. Because honestly, I think I like all the seasons, and I just get so happy whenever the season changes because I'm like, yay, something new. But I do like fall because of the vibes and the leaves and the flavors and the feelings before it gets to winter. But I think the problem is that I like the part of fall where it's like 70 degrees. Once it gets to
Mm-hmm.
like 55, I'm like not having it anymore. Like currently where we live,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, it's like winter right now, but it's like still technically fall. But I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay, fall question mark.
So I enjoy like the 1 week of my version of fall.
I feel like where we live, we have like summer and winter, and then there's like a week of fall and spring.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Enzo. I'm 16 and I'm also gonna say maybe fall, but also I do love summer. The only thing is it gets really humid where we live, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like hard to enjoy it, but no school. And
Yeah.
also, I've talked about this recently. This is where I feel like it came up, but the Boy Genius lyric that's like, you say you're a winter bitch, but summer's in your blood. Why am I singing again? Then it's like you can't help but become the sun. Like I feel like that's me.
Yeah. Kind of same, because I actually discovered over the past few years that I actually really like summer. Like, I think I don't know why I didn't like it. Or I didn't not like it. It just felt basic to say that your favorite season's summer. But like I feel like I live my best life in the summer.
And like honestly, I feel like it's kind of basic to say fall now. Like I feel like that's the general
Yeah.
conception now.
Yeah.
But also,
But in like I think it's just because in like element in like school, like in elementary and middle school, it was basic to say summer because it's like summer break.
yeah, which is like a very valid point, but I mean, there's no reason to change your answer just because it's now quote unquote basic,
Yeah.
but I'm between fall and summer. So,
Yeah. Once again, us like taking the simplest question and making like a whole like dissertation on it.
literally, like there's four seasons to choose from. Like just choose one, but we're like, see this question
I do
here.
really like spring though. When it turns to spring, I get like so happy.
True. And also
Like
spring is my
the
birthday.
feeling, oh yeah, and the feeling like when you can wear shorts for the first time and like it just feels so good like all of a sudden.
I just love a flattering pair of jean shorts.
Mhm. Yes. Now we can get into our song and TV
Yes,
shout
I do
out.
have one prepared. Do
Okay.
you?
You can go first cuz I'm still
Okay.
formulating.
Let me pull up my Spotify really quickly just so I can get the song and artist name. Well, I know it, but it's like embarrassing if I mess it up. As Good a Reason by Paris Paloma. It's such a cute little song. I say that about every song. Um, no, actually, it's like less. The chorus hits. It's kind of like a villainy song for me. I feel like I don't know,
Mhm.
which I don't know. I was like, it's so cute. Um, but I do like the song a lot, and that's just all I have to say about it. My movie shout out. We
Did you add
saw.
it? Wait, did you add it to the
Oh, I
playlist?
will. Because we do have a telepathy playlist, but Anna can shout that out in a second because
Mhm.
you normally do that. But my movie shout outs is the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes once again because
Uh,
we saw it
it's
again.
just so good.
It's so good.
Like we could make it an episode about it, but like I don't even know like what specifically to talk about other than that it was just so good.
It was just so beautifully crafted. The book is amazing. The movie was
The
great.
story is
Literally,
good.
the
The
character development.
yeah.
But like, my people are covey. Like, that's just all I have to
Yeah, like
say.
my people are covey. And speaking of my people, my music shout out for this week is from the Hunger Games soundtrack.
Pure as the driven snow.
Uh-huh.
I knew
It's
it because I was about to shout that one out too. Oh my gosh, we're so covey for
it's
that.
pure as the driven snow. It's such a good song. It's in the movie. And back to normal accent, which is still slightly
Southern because we're
covey.
Southern. Slightly
Um,
covey.
is I keep noticing myself doing this.
It's okay.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we have a playlist called the Telepathy playlist that you can go follow on Spotify if you have Spotify. And to get to that, you go to our Instagram at the Telepathy Pod. Go to our highlights, and there's a link to our Telepathy playlist. Um, and we have all the songs we've ever shouted out
So
on
true.
this podcast.
And take Anna's song as a double shout out because I
Yeah,
second that, you know. Pure as the driven snow. Go watch Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes in theaters right now.
right now.
Hashtag
Like, stop
ad. No, I'm
listening
just
to the
kidding.
like literally click off and go watch the movie.
Or like
Um,
keep listening to the movie while you're on the way
yeah,
though. I mean, keep listening to the podcast on the way. This is already having the most chaotic start, but I feel like it's funny.
yeah, it's probably entertaining. Hopefully.
Hopefully, if you're still here. I don't know, but week recap.
I don't. I mean, I was laughing because I know that you have quite the week recap, but I it was Thanksgiving. We actually had Thanksgiving dinner together, our families, and then some of my extended family, and another friend's family. So that was fun. We played like a generational trivia game, which was fun, and then the past few days, like my family was visiting my uncle, aunt, and cousin, so we've just been doing fun stuff. Like we went to see Mean Girls the musical yesterday, which was really good. And then we just did a few things around the town. So yeah, it's been a fun week, and it's been so nice to like not have to do anything.
I know. I can't believe you're on break
I know.
until 2024, literally. That's
Literally.
crazy.
I just like applied to a bunch of internships too, so I'm
Oh, yeah, because
hoping.
you should update that, your internship that you thought you ran out of
Oh
time
yeah.
for.
So during last episode, I actually got an email like while we were doing the episode, we had to pause cuz I got this email that I'm still being considered for the Urban Outfitters internship program. Um and I like had missed the deadline for this interview, this online virtual interview thing. And so I literally thought that I was like out. But then they invited me to like come to their campus in Philadelphia to do the interview. So I'm going to be going to do that.
That's so
Um
exciting.
so yeah, hopefully that goes well. And I'm like so excited.
Yeah. So it was Thanksgiving. I have the same recap as Anna because we were at the same event. And then we went to see the movie that night. And then also I worked on Black Friday, which there was like a little bit of a rush because I was scared for that shift because I was terrified that we were gonna get like slammed and then there were only two baristas working. And one is on register and one is on drinks. So
Oh,
there was 1 second where there was like, I don't know, maybe like 20 or 30 minutes, there was a rush and
I feel the rush, addicted to you. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Guys, this is, if you didn't know already, this is a musical
This is the
episode.
Riverdale musical episode of Telepathy.
Yeah, near the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, and then I don't want to get into this too much because I feel like it's just not the time. But moral of the story, after work when I was driving home, somebody decided that they just wanted to run a red light, not even try to stop, and they hit my car and spun me around.
So romantic.
I romantic.
They spun you around.
They spun me around and
It
did.
sounded like in the Lana Del Rey song where it's like,
Oh wait, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it.
yeah, me too.
That lyric, yeah. Um, my car did a 180 and she is gone and I'm sad. I am okay
She's not
though.
with us anymore.
My neck is like really sore, but it's getting better. And it could have been a lot worse, but
Yeah,
low key my reflexes saved me.
yeah,
Like I feel like we can do a full like I can talk about this like a lot later. I just feel like it's so
yeah.
recent and it's like but I like tried to move out of the way at the last second and I think I like saved myself from what could have been a lot worse. So yeah, that was my week. A little scary, but
And
we are alive and well in District 12, in District 13.
and speaking of scary but alive and well, let's talk about seasonal depression.
True, that was good. I I
I
feel
love
like
doing fun segues like that. Like I love like finding the part where I can do a segue. It's so
yeah,
fun.
literally, even though I struggle to do that in my essays in English because he's always like find better transitions and I'm like no thank you. But okay, seasonal depression. Do you have anything you want to start off with or
Um, not specifically. Like, do you have some things that you want to say?
okay, because I kind of have a little like theory or something. I don't know if it's like a theory, but just a thought.
Yeah.
And that is, I brought this up yesterday, how now that it's getting dark so much earlier,
Mm-hmm.
um, whenever it gets dark outside and it's cold outside, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like this time of year is probably one of the busiest times of the year.
Mm.
So when you match the busiest time of the year with it getting dark super early and then not wanting to do anything, they
Mm-hmm.
don't go well together because you still have things to do and things in your to-do list, but the
Yeah.
will to do it is not there.
That's so true. Like, I like there could be a whole debate about like the daylight savings time because I know that the US is trying to decide whether to vote like for it or against it,
Hmm.
and they're still like in the process of deciding that. But like I don't really get daylight savings time because like it's already getting dark, so why do we need to save more daylight? Like I get that it was originally made to like literally save
farmers, but like,
Something, yeah.
do I look like a farmer? I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. Shout out to the farmers.
But like it, like I don't know, like why it's already getting dark earlier because of how it works. So to set it back another hour more, it's like now it's getting dark at like 5 p.m.
I know, and I'm like, what do I do with
Like
myself?
it's gonna be dark by the time we finish this episode. Not really, but
Wait,
like
that's so true. Even though we were
it's
like,
like it looks like it's getting dark outside already.
let's record from 1 to 1:30 or like 1 to 1:30ish, and now it's like
Mm-hmm.
3:15 and we're like, "Hey guys, welcome to Telepathy." Um
Yeah, wait, that's so funny.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just every year this happens to me, and I feel like November is always such an interesting month to look back on. Like, why do I always get
Yeah.
like a weird feeling around November? Because
Yeah. Like I've never even considered putting November in my ranking of like favorite months. Like that's just off the
mhm.
table. But like nothing really bad happens in November except that it's just like I just get like tired and like don't want to do anything. But like Thanksgiving and I don't know. Like November's kind of good. Like this November has been good, but like I'm never going to consider it in my favorite months.
Because I feel like the weather like matches my mindset because we are deep into the semester, even though Anna literally just finished
I
her
know. Like
semester,
I
so
just
like
can't
shut
relate
up.
to any of this right now.
I
No, I'm
know
just
we're
kidding.
like deep into the semester, and now the weather is cold and it's getting dark early, and
Yeah.
I just don't know what to do because it would be so nice if I could come home from school and be like, wow, today sucked, but let me like go out and lay in the sun. But it's like plot twist,
Yeah.
it's nighttime.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing too is like I like being outside and like I'm happier when I like do something outside for the day, but like it's so cold that I don't want to go outside. And it's not even that cold. Like we don't live in like the coldest place, but it's cold enough to where like I don't want to like just go on a walk outside at 5 p.m. Um and also I don't know, like I've never had like super bad seasonal depression except last year I had like really bad seasonal depression in my apartment in Savannah. And it was like really bad and it was also partly because like my I tell the story like every time, but like my apartment didn't have that much light in it.
hmm
Like it was facing kind of in the corner of the building. So my room just didn't really get any natural light. Um and that like caused a lot of my seasonal depression because I wasn't getting any light. I was just like going to class, going home. By then it was dark because my class ended at 4:30, and then it would just be like I just didn't want to do anything. And honestly, also like this year I was having a lot of trouble in like the last 2 weeks of school because or it was like the last week of school that daylight savings happened of my quarter this year. It was like November, the second week of November or something. And like I just like could not get myself to do any work for my finals because it was like getting dark so early and like I could have motivated myself because I like to go to the park to study or something like that, but it was just like too dark and too cold to go do stuff like that.
And I swear cold weather makes my bones like stiff.
Yeah, like I don't want to do anything. Like I don't want to like move. And you know when you like wake up in the morning when it's cold out and you just like physically can't get out of bed because it's just it's so cold.
It's so hard for me to wake up, and now I've tried to start wearing my pajama pants to bed because like normally I just sleep in shorts because like it's whatever. But now it's
Mhm.
become so hard for me to get out of bed just because I just feel so cold when I wake up.
Yeah.
And so getting out from under the covers is the last thing I want to
No,
do.
literally.
And I would love to pull out some scientific information or like back this up with like, oh, we need sunlight, something, something. But like, I have
I
no.
have some because my mom talks about it like every
Oh,
day.
really? Okay, good.
So, um, my mom's gonna be like so proud of me
She's like, yes,
in this
Anna.
episode. But first, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say like next quarter for me is gonna be so hard because I have an 8 a.m. It was the only
Oh.
option that worked with my schedule. I have an 8 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and it's just gonna be torture getting out of bed that early and it cold. Last year I had an 8 a.m. but it was an online 8, or no, that was in the spring. Last year I did have an 8 a.m. in the winter. Um, but and how I motivated myself was I would like have a TV show that I would watch in the morning to like
Oh,
get ready. So I was watching like Ginny and Georgia at this in the winter last year, and every morning I like was really into the show, so I'd be like excited to get out of bed so that I could watch it while I was getting ready. And since the
mhm.
episodes were like 50 minutes, it was like the perfect amount of time for me to get ready. So I couldn't be late because I was like, I'm gonna not be able to finish the episode if I don't get out like right now. So that's
Oh,
a good way to motivate
true.
yourself. But like, okay, what I was gonna say is, um, my mom's really into this like learning stuff about like your circadian rhythm
Oh, yeah.
and how your body reacts to light or whatever. So it's like if you when you wake up in the morning, you have to like go get light to reset your circadian rhythm. And if you don't, your brain it just kind of gets like thrown off the pattern. And then also you're not supposed to have light after like 9 p.m. or something. Or no, after 11 p.m. you're not supposed to have light, but also that's why you're not really supposed to go on your phone at night, like after
Mhm.
9 p.m. or whatever, because it wakes up the blue light, like wakes up your brain too much. Um, and there's this the reason is because the sun makes a special type of light that your brain likes, as
UV.
opposed yeah, like as opposed to the lights in your house, they're like different. So like last year I had this thing called a happy light, which is like just this little square light that almost looks like the shape of a makeup mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Um and it shines like the UV, or not UV because I feel like that's, I don't know. It shines something that the sun produces. UV sounds bad because it sounds like radiation, or
It might be UV
but it might
because
be. Maybe it's just a small enough amount that wouldn't radiate anything. But I would like turn that on when I was getting ready in the morning in my bathroom, and that like kind of helped. I'm not sure though. Like I think it helped, but also I'm not sure.
you just don't really have anything to compare it to.
Yeah, exactly. Um but it was good cuz I would also hang it up in my room. So I would like bring it into my bathroom when I was like brushing my teeth and getting ready and all that. And then when I was in my bedroom, or no, what I would do is I got this like push pin and I hung it on my wall. Um So I put my alarm clock, I put my phone near where that was. So when I woke up in the morning, I would go all the way to my phone, have to turn it off, and the happy light was like right above it. So then I'd turn that on, and that would help me
Oh,
wake up. Because if I just turn my alarm off, I would just go straight back to sleep. Which I
me every
actually
morning.
maybe need to try that strategy this year because that did work for. I mean, it might have only worked for like 2 weeks, but like it worked. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it did
worked.
it. It served its purpose
It
for a
served
certain
its
amount of
purpose
time.
until I got too tired to function. Um, but like that works. And yeah, and then like this winter, I've been trying to be better because I was like addicted to my phone this past quarter, just near the end of the quarter, because I always near the end of the quarter, I get like I can't focus on my homework, so then I just like keep distracting myself like listening to music or like looking at social media or stuff. And even if I delete social media, I'll literally scroll on Spotify, which is like, why do I do
I'll
that?
always find ways to scroll, but recently I've been doing better because my screen time actually went down like 10% this week,
Me
and
too.
it's under a little under 4 hours now, which
Mine is
I'm
too. Wait. Same.
telepathy. I'm just kidding.
Telepathy?
But I know that might sound like a lot still because it is, but let's just say before it was even worse.
Yeah.
During the summer, I think I was hitting, well, when I wasn't at the film intensive thing, obviously, because that took up so
Yeah.
much time, but when I was just at home and stuff, it was like in the 7 hour
Yeah.
range, which is so bad. Like, that's
Mine
not good.
mine was in the 7 hours just during my finals week because I just kept trying to find ways to distract myself,
Hmm.
which is so bad. But yeah, now I'm down to like 3 hours and 45 minutes for the week. But actually, that's just because there were like a few outliers that were like 5 hour days. But this week, most of the days were like I've been only was on my phone for like 2 or 3 hours, which is really good because I have been intentionally like turning off my phone at like 9 p.m. and not. My other problem is I just always scroll on my phone before sleeping. So I've been instead this week trying to like detox, and I've been putting my phone in the on the other side of my room and then like reading before bed, which is good because I've been like getting through a lot more of my book. But um I feel like that's a good way to fix your seasonal depression is even though you know that you want to go on your phone, don't go on your phone because that's just going to make it worse. Like I feel like the better way to combat seasonal depression is to like find a hobby that you like reading or like I feel like I watched your video the other day and you talked about this where you like are trying to romanticize studying
Oh,
cuz
yeah.
I would do that too the past few my last few weeks of school is I would like turn the candles on. I have my sunset lamp like I would just like try to make it as like aesthetic as possible so that I could get through it. So I feel like that's a good way to enjoy winter is to like embrace the holidays, get like candles that you
Christmas
like.
literally saves me every year
Yeah,
because January and February are
or bleak.
awful months. I
Yeah.
literally hate them so much. And
I like January because I'm a really big like New Year's resolution person
I
and
kind of
like
hate New Year's.
I just love I think it's just because I just love the idea of a fresh start. So I get super into
That is true.
it's like not good because I don't really stick to a lot of my goals, but I mean, I do sometimes set a goal that I'll eventually do during the year. Like this year it was to learn guitar and I did do
Yes.
that, but like the things that I do where it's like I'm going to exercise every day. I always say that and then I don't. Except in 2020 when I did yoga literally every day, but that was
But there was
different
there was a lot of time for
circumstances.
that, exactly.
Um but like yeah, I feel like it's what were we saying?
We're talking about New
Oh
Year's,
yeah, I like January because of New Year's, but February is a terrible month.
and it's short, but it feels like the longest month ever. But I don't like New Year's one because I associate it with coming back from Christmas break, which is
Yeah.
a horrible feeling, especially since it's so close to exam time for me.
Oh yeah, in high school it's weird because well, especially with our school area at least, like you don't start a new semester. You like have to finish your last semester and do exams and stuff.
Yeah, the next semester starts a few weeks after Christmas break. And then also, I think that I kind of like when we're a little bit into the year. And so I can get like a feel for it almost where I'm
Mm-hmm.
like 2023, you know? But I think that when you're at the beginning of the year, it's so new territory.
Yeah.
And you're like me as a tourist, like I like having a routine and
Mm.
stuff and just being familiar with what's going on. And but when
Mm-hmm.
there's a new year, it's kind of like, I have no idea what's to come.
Yeah, that's a good point. Last year, I think last year I actually did have a really hard time going back. I remember because I had like a really bad fall quarter just because that was I had like my seasonal depression started in like October last year, which was really bad, and then I just had like a really bad month of October and November. And then I had such a good Christmas break, like the best Christmas break ever, that it was just like super low and then super high and then the day that we had to go back I realized like it hit me like oh my gosh, I'm going back to like when I was like depressed like and it was like a really bad quarter still in the winter because I was still dealing with the seasonal depression. But yeah, so that was not a good year. But this year, I think I'll be fine because I like my house now, and I'm like I had a really good fall, so I think it'll be good this year.
Yeah.
I
You know
think
what I
sophomore year is also just really bad of college. Like it's a thing, like the sophomore slump.
but you know what I thought would be an interesting thing to talk about
Mm-hmm.
is like trying to date back when seasonal depression first started for us because I can remember literally in kindergarten, like I just have this vivid
Really?
memory of I'm assuming it was around January. It was during one of the colder months where it was Monday morning and I think I had like a good weekend or something and I was just so sad to go back to
Mm-hmm.
school and I remember like crying and my mom like came to me and I was like, "Oh, it's like Monday. It's like a new week." And I
Yeah.
just remember being really burnt out in kindergarten, which like damn.
I'm trying to
It's kind of sad.
remember. I don't know if I feel like last year was the first time I was like actually depressed from seasonal depression, but like I have felt throughout my life, even in like middle school and stuff, like the getting out of bed and not wanting to like do anything, and then also just like the kind of like dreariness of daylight savings time and just like being like, why is it dark out? I feel like Christmas has always like gotten me through
That's so
that time, but
true.
like I don't have a good memory apparently, but I also just don't really remember what I felt like in January of most years.
I don't remember what happened in January of most years.
Yeah.
Last year, it kind of, or this year, I mean, oh my gosh, kind of sucked. Like,
Yeah.
I was kind of going through like it wasn't like friend troubles because it wasn't like I was directly involved with drama, but there was just like a lot of mess. And I feel like I was just like in the middle of a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And so I was super just like uncomfy.
Yeah.
Um,
That was kind of the same with
I love how
me,
this
but not like
cycle's
friend stuff.
repeating.
Yeah. Oh no.
But I mean, I'm chilling right now, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more like just math class in school and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's just yeah, I remember junior, well, COVID has messed up my sense of everything.
COVID was your junior year, which is crazy. Or I
No,
cut off the last bit of it.
literally imagine you in this March. Imagine in March you get the call like you're not coming back to school.
I know until 2 weeks.
Yeah.
LOL.
LOL.
Not 2 weeks.
Um,
Actually, kind of, I wouldn't love that now, but I'm saying at the time, like if I was in this math class,
wait, it's 3:33 and it's episode 33.
make a wish.
Make a wish.
I wish to not be sad this winter.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud? No, I'm just kidding. But I have zero clue what I was talking about.
You
Being sad in the winter. Well, obviously,
something.
but
Something about COVID and then
oh, yeah, with this math class, now I remember I would like to have that cut off with online school so then I could like finish it online and I feel like it'd just be
yeah.
easier, you know? Um, but I do not want that to happen again because that was crazy and obviously like it's not something good to just like wish upon the world.
Yeah. I don't know if there's like a solution for this, but like I guess the good thing is that everybody kind of experiences it. But like maybe we should get rid of seasonal uh daylight
Daylight
savings
savings.
time
Yeah, I
just
am
to
in
give us
support of
one
that.
extra hour.
Also because now the only thing that's different is it's slightly lighter when I'm driving to school.
Mhm.
Um, but like other than that, when I get home, I have 2 more hours of sunlight essentially.
Yeah. And you know, that's also been a big problem for like having a YouTube channel is like
For sure.
you I always in high school, I and because like I just haven't been as active during college, but like in high school, I never felt like I could film because it was always dark by the time I was ready to film. That's what's so annoying about it. When does daylight savings change back? Like March?
It's around the time. It's near spring, I guess. But
That's crazy
that
that
happened the other day with my video where I came home and I was doing my homework and I was like vlogging my school day and stuff. And I was like, okay, I kind of want to go on a walk, just like take a break. And then I realized it was like 5:15. And I was like, oh, if I leave now, like I have approximately 2 minutes to get to walk before
Mhm.
it's literally dark out.
Yeah.
So I just decided not to.
Yeah.
But that's how the cycle starts is when you're like, well, it's dark out, so I'm just not going to.
It's my halfway through the episode readjust so that I'm not literally laying down on the beanbag. And that's why I feel like it's good to like find a hobby that's not sitting on your phone, but that you can do inside because yeah, that's I just feel like that's what like makes it better. Um Also note to self, don't go to a concert that you're like really looking forward to in October, November, because the post-concert depression mixed with seasonal
Oh no.
depression, like,
Just get
so
tickets to another concert though.
we went to the Declan McKenna concert in October of 2022. Like, that's when we went to the Declan McKenna concert, and then I like got back, and then I just like spiraled into post-concert and seasonal depression.
Tell me why my friend just texted me that she saw Johnny Depp, or her mom saw Johnny Depp.
In here?
Yeah. Okay,
Really?
moving on. Sorry. I just like really felt the need to.
Like in our town?
Yes.
What?
I'm so
That's
confused.
funny.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Um, yeah, basically just like we went to the Declan McKenna concert and then I came back and I felt like I had nothing else to look forward to.
Oh, I need to talk about that. That was when I got sick, and sickness mixed with
Oh,
seasonal depression. And that was when I got the laryngitis and was sick for 2 weeks and then got
and
like behind in
yeah,
chemistry.
getting behind in school, is so bad.
And oh my gosh, I just like rotted in my room and I felt awful and I couldn't do
Yeah.
anything. But like, tell me why I was so much better with adjusting to the seasons when I was younger than I am now. Because when I was, in elementary school and stuff, me and my neighbors, we would always play after school.
Yeah.
And like in the summer, we would just, you know, play outside all day till it got like 8
Yeah.
o'clock or whatever. And then the sun started going down.
And I feel like when you're a kid, you don't really have as much of a sense of time, maybe,
Hmm.
because I never felt like it got darker earlier when I was little and would play outside every day.
Yeah, and then also I think that like when in the winter months when it got colder, we just naturally transitioned into playing inside. Like that's when we
Yeah.
would do indoor activities and stuff and I was just like, "Okay," but now it's like I'm incapable of understanding that it's getting darker now
Yeah.
and I'm incapable of getting the motivation to do literally
Yeah.
anything when it's cold outside and
I think it's because, like, as a kid, we didn't really have any responsibilities except for like 30 minutes of some weird homework that
a
didn't
math sheet where you like
matter.
put
Yeah.
3 and 3 together.
Yeah. So like you didn't have to like get the motivation to do something. You just like wanted to play or whatever,
Ugh,
which is like the equivalent of now just like sitting in your room or like watching a show or like doing something that you want to do for fun. So I feel like that's why it's hard because it's like you have to get the motivation to like do your to-do list while it's dark and cold, which sounds
I
like torture when
know.
you put it that way.
And if you think about it, like bears would go into hibernation during the winter and
Yeah.
just do nothing. So I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe they're onto something.
No, yeah. Like
They're kind of onto something here. Because when I look, I'm like looking out my window right now at the cloudy skies because there's no sun out.
it always gets so cloudy at even if it's sunny during the day, like it's always just so cloudy at night.
I know. And the trees are starting to become naked.
Mm-hmm.
And there is something cute about it. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, winter's coming. Like, I look outside and I'm like, oh my God, it's so ugly. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
like a winter hater, but it's when I look at this weather, all I want to do is sit on the couch with a blanket
Yeah.
and watch something. And I think that's cute, except
That you have to do
the
stuff.
reality is I have things to do,
Yeah.
and then now I don't want to do them.
I know. I think this what SCAD is doing where they're giving me this long break from before Thanksgiving through New Year's is gonna like ruin my motivation for anything after I graduate because like I'm gonna have to a
Hmm.
real job and like do stuff. Although the one thing that is good is that when I have a real job, if I have like a 9 to 5 job, I'll be done at 5 p.m. and I can do whatever I want after that hour.
True, but then it's gonna be 5 p.m. and it's dark out.
Dark, yeah. But like
But you'll make do.
I don't have to like do anything on my computer
Yeah,
unless
it
I
just homework is like the devil. I don't know. I hate
yeah.
it so much. Okay, wait, this is so random. Do you know what one of my old therapists told me?
Mhm.
That like tanning beds were invented for countries like Norway, just that area, where it literally stays dark all day.
Mhm.
They invented tanning beds because people's like serotonin levels were just so low from not being in the sun
Oh.
that they invented that so they could get UV.
Oh my gosh. So it wasn't even like for your physical appearance.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
like
interesting.
I know, but like obviously like tanning beds like probably shouldn't because
Yeah.
well, I think we've moved past tanning beds, right? Because they're just like
Yeah.
a lot of radiation and
I think so. Do
I do
I've
people
never
still
been in the tanning scene, so I wouldn't know. But like, I guess do people do self tanning more now, or like
yeah, like
spray
spray
tan?
tans and
Yeah,
stuff, but I mean See, I like in summer when I can just like photosynthesize and melt in the
I
sun.
know. Oh, man.
Referring to tanning as photosynthesizing is my favorite thing ever. Or just
Me
like laying out
too.
in the sun.
Yeah, like, and it's like even over the summer, I would like go read outside and like do whatever outside. And now it's like, I do like reading inside in a warm blanket with like tea. But like, I don't know. The sun, it's just weird that seasons are a thing, you
I
know?
know, but I'm kind of glad they're there.
Yeah, now we get into our deep philosophical discussion that like you wouldn't appreciate the summer and spring and early fall if you didn't
Yeah,
have winter.
I know, which is the whole like Christmas, you can't have Christmas every day mentality, which is so
Yeah.
sad. But I am using Christmas as a coping mechanism, which we've already discussed. But at least now when it's freezing and I go into work, I can play Christmas music and like
Yeah.
be in the spirit. And then like when it gets dark early, I'm like, it's so Christmassy time. Look at the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And then in January and February, I'll get back to you and I try to attempt to find another coping mechanism.
Yeah, my coping mechanism for February is Declan McKenna's new album and MGMT's new album.
True. And by the way, you
Like I'm
guys,
actually excited for February, which is I shouldn't be.
strange. By the way, you guys, Pink Friday 2 comes out December 8th. We are nearing that
Yeah.
date.
You should this is like a joke, but like you should not listen to it until January and then that will get you through January and February.
Except for the fact that I don't think I'd make it through December then.
Yeah,
If
you
I
would
heard
like
anybody talking about it and I hadn't listened to it, I
yeah,
would, I don't know what I would do, but I am gonna
ultimate
film.
challenge.
No, oh my gosh, that would be like a new level of self-control, but I am gonna film a Pink Friday 2 reaction video
hmm
because I honestly love album reactions.
Yeah, me too. Um, I, I think after this I might go to Starbucks and get like one of the Christmas drinks because I haven't gotten a Christmas
Can
drink
I come
yet.
with you? I'm
Sure.
just kidding. Wait, no, then you have to drop me off.
I mean, I don't have anything else to do.
Okay, we'll
Carolina could
discuss.
come too.
Oh yeah, true, if she's back. Okay. Anyways, is that the episode?
I think so. Moral of the story is
Stop at red lights. And I'm just kidding. That is not the moral of the
moral of
story.
the story is just like find things that will get you through the season of depression.
True. Okay, let us know your coping mechanisms and just how you feel about this season in
Ooh, I'll
general.
post like a story question of like how do you techniques to cope during seasonal depression
Yeah, and you
season.
they don't have to be like serious ones. Like if yours is literally like something
Yeah.
unserious that you're like, okay, anyways, yeah.
No, we only take serious answers in this
And
podcast.
you will be blocked if you don't take it seriously.
As you can tell from our seriousness at the beginning of the
You can
episode,
tell by our intro.
we are very serious.
Yeah, chaos. Anyways, yeah, because I know a lot of people, their favorite season is winter, and so I'm wondering, like, I'm sure they still get
Recently,
affected by it.
yeah, recently I've kind of been like, wait, winter. Like,
And
but
I'm just kidding.
I don't know what. No, I don't think.
Winter. That was funny.
um, but I think it's just because I love the holiday season and because of Scad's break. Like
Christmas
I
is my
literally
favorite
can just
season.
zone out and I don't have to do anything right now
True.
except for
Okay.
apply for internships.
Yes, but there was a silver lining with that. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back next week with our Australian accent.
With our Australian accents, we hope you enjoyed this episode today and thank you so much. I need to stop because it's just like getting progressively worse as I keep
Yeah.
talking. But go follow at the Telepathy Pod on Instagram because that is our podcast Instagram. And even if the 24-hour story thing has expired, you can still go to the highlights and let us know your opinions on this, or you can DM us or something.
Yeah.
And then also you can answer the camp question on Spotify in the little box. But if you're not listening on Spotify, either go to our story or also the YouTube comment section.
Wait, I think next episode our Spotify Wraps will be out so we can talk about our Spotify
Okay.
Wraps.
Oh my gosh. Okay. If there's a chance that we make it onto your Spotify Wrapped, no,
Wait. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah, no pressure. But if there is a chance, let us know because that's like so
Post it on your
cool.
story.
And we'll, yeah, and tag the telepathy account. Also tag my main because I will repost because I'm like,
Yeah.
that would be so exciting. But also not getting my
I
hopes up.
forgot that we're like creators now and
That we're creators.
where do we find that out? Or
They show you your stats, but I don't think they're like this user.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
so excited.
yeah. So we'll see you then on next
My mom
Tuesday.
will definitely have us on her Spotify
Really?
Wrapped. Yeah,
Oh
because
my
she doesn't really
gosh.
listen to that many other podcasts.
Shout out. Anyways, we'll see you next Tuesday. And yeah, review our podcast if that is applicable to the platform you're listening on and follow us. Okay, we hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day, even though it's going to get dark in 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
But
no, it's
okay,
like already dark
literally,
and it's
bye.
3:45. Bye.